Thank you. Thank you, Madam President. Madam President, I have been in the Senate during 9/11, for Katrina, for the 2008 financial crisis, and I still have never experienced anything like what we are seeing today. These are truly extraordinary circumstances, and the stories that I am hearing from my constituents and from people across the country are crushing. And some of the most heartbreaking stories are the ones about people who want to do the right thing in this moment, but are having to choose between staying home, as public health experts say we must, and paying the rent or putting food on their table. I am hearing from workers like Crystal Westwood. She's from Auburn, Washington. She and her husband just welcomed their first child on February 7th of this year. They both have autoimmune diseases, but her husband's job is not allowing him to work from home. And she says, and I quote, "This is an extremely stressful situation for our family. We have the option for my husband to take leave without pay for the next month or so, but that would mean we would not have any income coming in to support our family. He could use up all of his sick and vacation time, but that would mean he won't have any left for the rest of the year in case something happens. Both of those options do not seem right." Madam President, I agree, that is not right. A pastor in Tukwila, Washington, shared similar concerns from a parent in their congregation with school-aged children who worries, and I quote, "What if they call off school? I don't have anyone to care for my kids. Then without a paycheck, we will get evicted. As it is, we are already running close to eviction every month." Madam President, since that time, all of our schools in Washington State are closed. And then there's Chris. He lives in Seattle, works in a grocery store, and is at high risk for coronavirus. She writes, "It is an awful decision. Go to work and put your life at risk, or lose your job, your income, and your insurance. I haven't committed either way at this point. I'm trying to find a way to stay home." Madam President, I'm not just hearing from workers, but from small business owners as well across our state, people who own restaurants and shops, everyone from farmers to fishers who are used to the spring being a time when the phones are ringing off the hook. Now no one is coming in their door, no one is calling, and they want to do the right thing for their workers, but they don't have the cash flow to keep them on. Madam President, people are scared. They feel they've gotten the rug pulled out from under them. They need our help. Unfortunately, here's what the senator from Wisconsin wants to do. After the House overwhelmingly passed a bipartisan agreement that includes an important step forward to provide workers the paid sick they need in this crisis, his amendment would undo that bipartisan work by stripping any paid sick leave progress out of the bill we're voting on today. Instead of helping people keep their jobs and their paychecks by providing sick leave, Senator Johnson's amendment would force workers to seek compensation through their state unemployment system, meaning they'd be on their own until they were compensated by the state. And the unemployment system in each state would be drastically overburdened at a time when workers are going to need it in the event they're laid off. Democrats are pushing for solutions through the unemployment insurance to support families and workers in the months ahead. But simply using this program now as a replacement for paid sick leave workers is unacceptable and it's shameful. We have to do better than that. At a time when families are facing impossible decisions, my fellow senators face a glaringly simple one. We need to be doing as much as we can, as fast as we can, and his amendment would set us backwards at the worst possible time. That is why I'm here on the floor to offer our amendment. It's based on legislation that I've worked with Senator Gillibrand and Representative DeLauro to introduce yesterday. Our legislation will simply provide workers with 7 days of accrued paid sick leave, 2 weeks of paid emergency days, and 12 weeks of paid emergency leave. And it would make sure that their employers can quickly and fully be reimbursed by the Treasury Department for providing that leave. But for those who may not be ready just yet to agree we need paid sick days and paid leave going forward permanently, the amended version of this bill that we are introducing today and asking for a vote on shortly would only provide the support through December 2021. My number one priority right now is getting people the support they need right now for this emergency that's at hand. And this is a common sense step. It is good for workers who need to stay home if they are sick or take care of their family without losing a job or their paycheck. And it's good for small businesses who want to keep their workers and communities safe and who are struggling to stay afloat during this crisis. It is the right thing to do for our economy, for our public health, and we should get it done as soon as possible. If we don't do this, if we let this opportunity slip by, we are sending a message to scared people across the country that we are still not willing to acknowledge the scope of the tragedy we are seeing unfold and not listening to the stories like the ones I just shared, stories that I know my colleagues have heard as well. Madam President, we must not, we cannot send that message. People need help, they need hope, they need to see that we are willing to do the right thing and pass big solutions. So I hope all of our colleagues join us in supporting our amendment. I want to see this passed, sent to the President's desk as part of this response. And by the way, I'm not going to stop fighting until that happens. Thank you, Madam President. I yield the floor.